Your favorite way to send money to Ghana is back. We're excited to announce that Taptap Send is back and better than ever. After a brief pause, we are happy to resume our mission of providing fast, affordable, and secure money transfers to Ghana. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Taptap Send is working power. And remember, tell your loved ones abroad to send money through Taptap Send to stand a chance to win big in the December Sambra promo. Taptap Send. Papa no.
She has a plan, a secret mission filled by gratitude and affection. She chooses her mother's favorite breakfast, Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a harmonious blend of flavors crafted with care and devotion. The taste of tradition and comfort. In that moment, their connection deepens, a bond strengthened by a shared experience. Delight Foods, House of Cocoa, a delicious breakfast made with care and love in just 2
Young penny for who baby say, if you are seeing her, will be in my check. Why not a chill? So we'll pay IT, won't they 1 year, so we'll pay support. Slamm Technologies is your #1 partner. Your office will US in here, your office will Ghana, so your numbers need good. So we'll share IT classes, we'll hear career coaching, we'll hear support for business, cybersecurity. Free, na your partner. Your back here, wow. Slamm Technologies, transformation with excellence. Free is here, baby, name one.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job, then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
About SVTV Africa, so share live from SVTV Africa Studios. Mobia Kwaba. If I'm DJ Nyame, so share there Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Now Fridays be a mini lawyer wisdom akaho wise man solicitors a program or I say and then yeah starting in late kakramon fanchen a 5:30 GMT but and then yeah starting about time the crowd was 6:39 it's a mini lawyer wisdom akaho now. You can come on here, baby. Hey, matter day. You can do it. You see, we are seeing Ankasa matter day. You for look sharp. 2025. Who are you care? You for look. Unim say, unyama ncheya. You for start look sharp. Cause yanum for no. Enyama omode bano. Omo pamiye yo. Omo pamiye yo. Enyo omo obeti I say ha. We see ha almost say hey obi maso anyway mini lawyer wisdom akao so no so na update bi a boba last week ne can be about go for ya chichi omo underground I don't say you could for the ade omo ye but omo nka but say lawyer bi ka sembia you have to be careful. Because on no information ban ho obia me hu se na bi mu se o no kra na you say o ade e koso da omom ye lawyers clients from nko form wa onom ye lawyers a ye group omo squad so they know what is happening anytime see tie lawyers enko tie obi a ono tie offer camera ono che ni fie no show online o ka di o pa kire o ni facts say lawyer bi ka bibi say ya enkrofo in Crawford say no numpo a ne colleague lawyer so enti omo discussion omo enti omo fearless omo nim ne eko we problem a lot of them enti lawyers no more credible or kabibia yesterday and yes sir or the who show mo ba or see look sharp yesterday enti lawyers information omo the brewer yesterday and ka say obi can say no obi mu de omo ti on person omo content on o ka de ope Oni information. Enti many lawyer wisdom akaho eba be din komo. Obetimi de comment aba comment section or question bi obesa obisa na obetimi de aba. But in the meantime, mama Salome Kwe, happy belated enye belated. Usi echina your birthday. Happy birthday in advance. Salome Kwe, happy birthday in advance. Usi echina your birthday inti. Happy birthday SVTV Africa fans or UK. One of your fans, parents. Happy birthday to you. Salo. Michelle. Normal Vim. Oba Ghana so me say see wabehye. Yes. Hosby day. As you they give they give you the kumjeke. Take upon the style. Oba papa longo nyina o dey film o dey call. But do you can what enche no baka nyami. Baby, oh baby, welcome baby. Salo, more fire. Young go straight down in lawyer wisdom akao obinfo champion man. Lawyer, boko there.
You be bad, pal.
Don't call you on me, I be don't call you on. Bad man. Maybe Salo have a check Ghana no G. I bet you from the Christmas But now what she said. Serious oh. What she said. I bet you check up style slim nya bi papa longo deg bami. Lawyer. And now by the wise man solicitors, I said somewhere last week, Kasafa, and Yama Kosonia, some breaking news near there. You say, Bumuka say yes, in 7 years, can yeah. It moves a dear Koso the Badia no, said I make a beginning, no. Mumu say no more Kasa, I see a funny serious because Mumu at the end of the day, no colleague lawyers, unya cases, the echo, among for fraud problems near there. By individual be or not any baby or no be any public open or attending. Onim ne ekọ enti ye ka se na be ya ye beda ye ho so ye be luku sharp enye se bia ye di hwenru obi nya information na be boa lawyer wa be there 2025 we see you can then ekọ so my random in jam then ekọ so over to you.
DJ me chia na me chia for ina ni ahwe for ina the radius sentence was saying idea chain the days are just running already. It's Friday. Last week, me yakasa about some new developments, and of course, I said yes. Country, every country is now sitting up or shaking up with regards to immigration control. We are saying we are every country. Seba immigration. Of course, UK the idea also has been going on since time immemorial, and we've been so while open immigration control. Just imagine say almost be a diner and almost be a opponent to her. You can just imagine how people will flock in, and some it affects the housing, the NHS, the schools, and all other factors. And then the government have a duty to control the number of people who come in to the UK. And I think it's the duty of every government to control certain factors that might affect their citizens. So UK, one of the primary motives is to control immigration, especially the Secretary of State for the Home Department. And se obi ever kromana se wankwa kwan bibiri wo ho a se omunsa so mo amatime di o afaso ba ku ye se amatime ama se be reporting and your friend immigration bail. In other words, yenim so krom ha woni asetina and so yama ho kwan se we be reporting yenim so wa ha ba ku ye se ye do call detention ana omo for detention omo process you na amo adeport to and amo remove you amo di wako anti e idea e wo hodida but e ya ne ka say conservative government no so amo ye bibia amo ye ho noise Jamu ya noise the people say oh sadi na air cost. But Labour government, some year you don't hear so much noise about it. Now so na no. So immigration control has not changed just because Labour government is on. It's still ongoing, but you may not hear the noise. You may not hear what is going on, but it is still going on. And recently, the developments are the people we've come into contact with, clients are Afrayang, but from the information we gather, our application and etc. And from other colleagues of ours and the discussions we've had by virtue of the interactions clients have had with them. Near air cost near me kind last week. Yenim say US there, it's out there. Yenim say they are running people up and deporting them. UK is, of course, also taking up action with regards to immigration control. To me, boss said, younger, you buy with COS, certificate of sponsorship. Say ever as care workers, and yes, dependents of care workers. Unfortunately, employer no oni ejuma anti ABA home office are revoking employer license, sponsorship license. And based on that, now employer no you have to look for an alternative, an option to regularize your stay. What is happening is home office initially at the start here said you revoke employer's license nipe amount 60 days to get out of the country or make another application. From the trend that is going on is say revoke employer license, they don't give you the 60 days straight away. Letter actually say your sponsor's license has been revoked, and once the sponsor's license is revoked, everybody who is an employee of that company, your COS, is affected, and therefore Wasitinano continues until you receive another letter from another department in the home office. And to so Wasitna, it continues. It was to Sakopim timer, another letter from another department from the home office. I know, and the lecturer said, Paki Unyamaneko, and now 60 days, and now whatever you have to do, you will have to do. That is what is going on now. And the home office for the email be by some weeks ago. That is London International Recruitments at London.international recruitments at camden.gov.uk. Say will be in here, they can contact them to see if they can get them sponsors or a sponsor. So I put that out. But what is actually going on now from what I've seen, and it's say employer no ma home office no net information say nipa wa mamba yejuma obaye wa mamba yejuma. Sometimes and yes wo na wo mpese okoye yejuma, but employer no yejuma. O ni yejuma instead say obema wati ase say juma ni ho na waka che home office for someone yejuma. No mo mo sheda akoka che home office for say sa nipa wa mba yejuma. Na home office will come after you. And it's as health and care workers now money employer na. What is actually taking place in this home office is conducting searches on your address na fear. Now sometimes we are I train I will run more until somebody enters, then they follow with that. Now into the can say a grow mono obiawo telephone number obiawo was obiawo phone mobile phone. So Baba Sramia frame and I will be pon man we are frame. In that case, say me expect say obi e Baba Sramia ubomi pon and idea maybe because I'm not expecting any visitor. And ti obia ento ne hofo. So won't expect any visitor say or ba and so obia e ma ufia Say unim say obi eba and so obi wo open one. It's up to you say obi ana membi. Na ugu be na say eye yanu mu a ene one na ope ohun asem. So take note of that. Now health and care for na only employers na nye juma no. Our employers na report here no. Omo na home office for go after them. That is one. Number 2. Omo baye bibinti the employee any dependent no omuntem atete omonso issue enti bia papa nanya a different sponsor ana mama nanya different sponsor, the main applicant nanya different sponsor okwa application one fa dependent no anka ho eno nti home office for betimi abisa se o dependent ewo he na want me anya some papa bi ankyere ma who dey ebe grant but dependent ne dey no the woman who say bia na one no relationship no and cause of you so they can then start going after the dependent. Of course, ban address now the two application form is no so they can go there to look for you. The next one is Mekai, and I've had few calls with regards to this particular one. Health and care for now omo yejuma. Ebia papa no Wales, and papa no Liverpool, mama no London ha. Na omo address and that fanko. Papa na address ewo Liverpool. Mama na address ewo London. Enya se niama bakubi na ewo London, but bibia ewo London. Papa no so dey bibia ewo Liverpool hono. Se ukwa application in future to maybe switch or to extend, home office maybe say, have you lived together or are you living together? Okay, yes, sir. They want evidence. I just say you are living together. Gas, water, electricity, telephone bills, BT, and all additional supporting documents. I just say you are actually living together as husband and wife. Who can know? They ask you, why are you not living together? And 3, since when you started living apart? Now, this would help them determine say relationship, whether it is genuine or it is not genuine. One share na application will be refused. Solution. My advice is say we are worried for. Na say papa no wo baby fufro oba no so baby fufro. Ese se munya baby a friend your matrimonial home. Your matrimonial home actually say you have a place where you call your home, and it's maybe weekends and obi will offer you come home. And papa no Leeds and Liverpool. Mama no so London. Ha. Now so Liverpool hono and no name your matrimonial home. And say your bank statement, your pay slips, your tenancy agreement, your GP, gas, water, electricity, you both have your documents through the same address. Yeah, pay slip, no, you are working in London, but if you make your husband understand, say, yes, you make your husband understand, say, and now you make the home office understand, say, look, yes, we are living in London, but our address, our matrimonial home is in Leeds. I am working in London, but my matrimonial home is in Leeds now. Ebanisa, it is possible, sir, you can justify the reason why you live in separate addresses. But you must have documents through the same address. Your matrimonial home must be one address. You cannot live in 2 different places with all your documents through different places and claim that you are still a married couple. You may be, you could be, but home office no. And yeah, they want documentary evidence to support the fact that you are in a genuine and subsisting relationship. That is the whole point, a genuine and subsisting relationship. Another instance, they say, home office for, assuming so obano, enyem, na okoye application fufro. Na, of course, on you before na enyem. Or not, dependence na on any buyer, no dependence on the on a baby fufro. Nti so obano koye application na, you may be say, where is your dependent? When any buyer, who the divorce certificate kwa? Maybe say an address na address and then of course I know once someone address now it is possible say somebody say or ampa, then they can start looking for the person. How do they find your address? They can find your address by checking your NI. So I'm check your NI. I bet you say we of course we maybe a jumano. So your employer's records ever. So employer records nipa and also maybe a juma. Of course, hopefully application form ansana we application and your house address and everything will show maybe will take. The home office can come after you. So take note of that. What we are saying is, as I said, it's just for you to be fully aware of the repercussions of the effects of not living together. Now, more health and care for no more national insurance number more card nechi. And once they have your name, all they have to do is to enter your national insurance number with the HMRC and take all those details from the HMRC. Obi we bisa say na home office will to me say okwakoji with details and yes, so call paragraph 40 of the Borders Act 2007. I just said home office will to me about to me ebisa information from the HMRC and other government institutions, and they have to provide the home office with those documents for the purpose of administering immigration decisions. So the home office can provide, they can ask for those documents to help them make a decision. So man means that the home office cannot get that information or those informations from the HMRC. They can. Your NI is enough for them to do it. Of course, GP records they can check. It's easy for the home office to check because Uba GP. So your date of birth, your name will be. They can check with GP records, and of course your address. They can check it. So my point is, make sure that when you are living in the same address, and now you have the same matrimonial address. That is the most important thing. Abia, Uti London, or Birmingham, and at least any more matrimonial address, and London any more matrimonial address. Se papa no holiday and our weekends are obefie, and I won't so constrain. Your train tickets, need na bet me evidence I just say, you are actually a married couple. The next group of people are home office, bet to me, and I to me a follow up with any younger hereby with overstay. You came as a visitor, and yet only the health and care people, but you came as a visitor, one call. Now, you are an overstayer, and the home office has a duty to control immigration, and therefore, so omonsaso umwa, once will be a to me a detainee. And once they detain you after a while, they can process you and remove you from the UK. Spouses, worry, one reason or the other, relationship did not work. The man has moved on, the woman has moved on, and now Obama mostly Obama reported Obama at the home office for say a relationship na asenti na home office. Actual papa say and actual papa say ukuno and now you say relationship na break it down to put your act together and leave the UK. They give you 60 days to prepare and leave the UK. So that is also there. Almost a situation so home office can come after you if after 60 days you are still in the UK relationship nego It's unfortunate that these things do happen. DJ, I think for just last week in Kwano, I've had about 3 calls. Crawford catch them and say, "Memoir, now I'm gonna report it to the Home Office for some relationship ago." My mom I said straight away, say, "Any idea? Me may any idea? Yeah, krata, yeah, say krata." And it's a more problem, so you can solve it, but not for me. Say me go to the Home Office for say, "Papa, we need my way." Almost see on any idea? Me, yeah. Advice be out here and everything more advice. But yeah, no, we will not write to the Home Office say relationship are breaking. No, but to me, if you wish to do that, we don't we don't do that. Yeah, say krata, yeah, krata, yeah, say krata. Never be a whole day brain. Say uncle so be krata, and yeah, the answer, Abeka. Now, the other category of people is Omwa. Yeah, so I've talked about overstayers, spouses, visit visa holders, and also employers who are not working with the employees who are not working with the employers. Now, which areas? Anna, actually in Crawford Palm. First of all, Wufi, because they have the address and to be on the be sharp and be beware of that. Number 2, Ejuma workplaces. So employers details are how much about how employers rate. They can just come there, surround everybody, ask for your documentations, and of course, with that, so what's it now? They let you go, as it now, of course, then they process you for whatever they want to do. So please bear that in mind. Bus stops, train stations, very important. And I always say, do not take a bus without paying, and never get on a train without paying the correct fare. Do not do it. Don't do it. Some things don't do it because Ukoya is going to create just more difficulties for you. You're just going to put yourself in a very, very difficult situation. And do not get on a bus without paying the correct fare. Do not get on a train without paying the correct fare. Some places where now you have ticket attendants checking at the train stations, etc., etc. One shana, I didn't say we usually utape na be man kwa unu be any asem ankwa honona issues ever. And of course, do not use somebody else's documentations. Don't use somebody else's travel pass. Do not use it. And it can create all kinds of problems for you. Well, and when a friend is saying, pass be our firm, and Oyster card be our firm. Ebia na you be there, ebia disabled card. Wafa, wako tapi, one shana, they will come after you one day. Once they realize a quite way soon, card no enamino, they will set people on that route. One day they'll get you. Of course, they see when you move, when you start, and when you finish. Utapia a recorded time, utapia. Ukopi European, so it will show. Next time we bounce your tapiano, so they know it's between Dunston Junction and Liverpool Street. It is between 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. So Umber building the evidence one day that around that time, fine, normal chew. Once we krata, once we do uti ubi travel pass and echo, and see some things should not be done at all. At least look clean when it comes to payment of your travel costs. You are fine. Don't get yourself in trouble. Which areas do they also go to? Maccabi, but Mesan Kebium, hairdressing shops, saloons. Please be careful. Be careful. So when you say, maybe be careful before you go to those places. Salons, of course, car wash bases, and so so all in all, sa adiena aircoso, they are still bent on controlling immigration, and as a result of that, near SSM arrests, detentions, and all sorts of things are still ongoing. And to say, your situation is not the best, please advise yourself. Worst case scenario, you say, look, if you think you can't stand the heat in the kitchen, you prepare and you go back home without any problems, and you can have your peace of mind. Obi the kind say, yes, there are people who are making it in Ghana. You don't have to go back there, or you don't have to stay here and die if you can go back there and leave. But Obi are in the situation. So you do your own assessment and then make your decision. So that is the updates for you. Now, I would also put it out there, say, there is this information on the, I just printed it out. It's a UK Conservative Party proposes tougher immigration rules to limit permanent settlement. Of course, a Labour government, and I want to say, but the UK Conservative Party is proposing, and yes, it's not law, but they are proposing. I will catch a government to say, so we should make it tough for them before they can stay in the UK. And the leader of the Conservative Party, I think we all know her name, is Kemi Badenoch. Kemi Badenoch. Or no, a leader of the Conservative Party. Or your proposals be now Baku and he says that this policy, which marks her announcement, seeks to tighten immigration control significantly. Okay, in a video shared on her X page, Badenoch revealed her plans, which includes restricting access to benefits for immigrants and increasing the time required for migrants to apply for permanent residency. And restricting access to benefits for migrants. And the benefits are edima microphone, edima omo or see omo restrictive. You know, and sir, we share with regards to immigration as well. Or say proposal about and say, I was to say the Udia warrior bar, who bet now for 5 years and son of one indefinite, or say any 10 years and son of one indefinite. From 5 years to 10 years is a proposal she is putting up. But I think that is very unreasonable. So it will be Abakromha with our rear and now with other another routes, 5-year route. So she is proposing that it should be 10 years. So under the new plan, migrants who wish to stay in the UK permanently will have to live in the country for a minimum of 10 years before they can apply for indefinite leave to remain. Currently, the requirement is 5 years. If you want to stay in our country permanently and apply for indefinite leave to remain, the time you have to live here before you will apply to increase from 5 years to 10 years. Sana, Kemi, Eka. Kemi, see. 5 years no, young panko 10 years. It's a proposal. Sir, Uncle Yena said, a bin mujitumo. Actually, say, young, I can bet now 5 years near indefinite no. Only about 10 years. That is a proposal she is making. And additionally, those applying for permanent residency would need to meet certain conditions. Badenoch noted that applicants must be net contributors to the economy with high enough salary, especially if they are bringing family members to the UK. Already these things are there, but I'm sure she just wants to make it more difficult for migrants to be in the UK. Now, if you have claim benefits or need social housing, you can't even apply. We will increase the time before you can apply for British passport from 12 months to 5 years, meaning it to be a minimum of 15 years to start an application. And see, this is something very interesting. Kemi Badenoch said 5 years, no, young 10 years. And as a would you benefit, I would you cry there, then not just a chimu. And besides that, say unya indefinite and can normally after 12 months over to British citizenship. Honestly, 12 months no, young 5 years. That's tough. That's tough. And as I'm then we are in a deep hole. It's going to be a very difficult situation. In other words, Ubat Nakrumha lawfully for 15 years and sana with citizenship. Right now, it is 5 years and immediately, or 5 years plus 1 year, or 10 years plus 1 year. So it's either 11 years, 5 years, or 6 years. Honestly, I'm 15 years. So this is a proposal from the Conservative government. So that is what is going on. Another thing, we have got the Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Bill 2024 to 2025. This came out on the 6th of February, which was yesterday. 6th of February, yesterday, research briefing has been published. And no, I'll take my time, go through it, and then I'll brief you next week on the areas that are of concern to all of us. But generally, it talks about Labour government's approach to immigration, commentary and criticism, focus on authorized migration to small boats crossing, overview of the bill, summary of clauses, the Border Security Commander, new laws enforcement powers, immigration offenses, endangerment offense, powers for immigration officers, law enforcement powers not specified to immigration, sharing customs data, streamlining access to customs data, repeal of previous asylum legislation, most of the Illegal Migration Act 2023, all of the Safety of Rwanda 2024, and how bills go through Parliament. These are just a summary of the content. I will take my time, go through it, and then, God willing, next week I would emphasize on the areas that are of concern to us. So generally, it's not going to be a walk in the park. DJ, it's not going to be easy. Things are going to be a lot more tough, but you also have to be able to, of course, seek legal advice. Now, say this is what you have to do to stay in the UK legally. Don't stay here illegally. Stay here legally by doing X, Y, Z, or this is what the law says. So generally, this is where we stand right now. So let me just quickly look at page 22. Yes.
Yeah, page 22, bet you ask for. Some mami your proposal at the onye tuntuni. Onye Nigeria, onye Nigeria ni mami, onye tuntuni.
Oh yeah.
Ah, na, oh, tuntuni. And no proposals I do. I say, oh my, who children? I didn't been feeling no.
Yeah, so Anka 5 years, whoa, Okrumasi and Fanko 10 years. After one year, what your British citizenship, or see and Fanko 5 years. Instead of 5 years or 6 years, or see and Fanko 15 years. DJ, so you see,
honestly, I been feel a chimpa.
Yeah, it's an issue. It's an issue, but of course, Otehono, or you're just the leader. But you know, sometimes Nipani will, but the real policies, any near all kind idea if you see ever, any or no, any or no.
But lawyer, who shall dear be our own? In your way, a cuckoso no more. Omo yesena, chromo for no, o me usa profono, omoni gisa, almost no, omo bebrina per se, yeko. Foreigners eko nti eya o show mo a omo beye mo campaign ade sa na omo use sanya ma bi ebema ye immigrants ni ade ni ho be kire na se na mo betimi de nya vote bi na mo betimi de aba power o show mo strategy omo use no mami o gina Germany a o ye immigrant asemi o ye onim say Germany for no eye citizens no omo no bebre na nso dwaye foreigners ya ye be nti omo de nya vote na so omo de nya support from the citizens. Meka e omo e wo omo kroni e omo dia no nti I say deliberate ade bi na omo ye o sa de na Trump here ya ono so ne nkro for the toma no bebrebe because of immigrants ni ade all the unity. It looks like a strategy bi omo use.
Yes.
Ade also the
immigration a hot election winning topic. Hot. And this is a chroma. We talk about the economy and other things, money in your pocket and stuff. But Hano, because of the number of Nipa ever Hano, it's of concern to the national center. So Okoshebo said, make cut immigration by X amount and also and so on. Then yeah, so you are the top guy. To send your air course so they will vote for you, and once you come in, they expect you to deliver on your promises. And to also as I saw here, be just to be tough. Unfortunately, Penny, Kemi, only they are not even in government. Our opposition Emma, or yeah, these proposals. So just imagine if she was in power, you can imagine how tough it will be for us. So that it's a tough position to be in. I don't think they're going to make it much easier for us. And to some yeah,
yeah, chrome ni. Ude kasawe na yeah, chrome yeah, ba mu chrome. Yeah, ba okra for visits near Samba back. Yeah, ba mu chrome. Baya na meka. Oh, African countries na ebi mu so lawyer mami bisa o de o Paris lawyers ni ade. There's one African Paul Kagame chrome for mo ba mo ho bebre sa.
Rwanda for na.
Amuba mu chrome omu tu kwan sa atse na wo hwa ada ye Ghana ni Nigeria for ya ho prayer sa no. Sa man ni chrome omu tu kwan sa.
To be frank with you, wait near maybe interaction there. I haven't met a lot of them. I can easily count less than 10 Rwanda immigrants or who have come to me. Yes, from Rwanda. Less than 10, I can say, over all my practice. Yes, over my practice.
Social media ni ade ya chichi nkofo we read articles unhu sa. Ba wo hwe yen ni anuanom de a any Congo for ni Cameroon for ni ade chale ya dominate be bia o won ba yes ye man ye because nkofo mo kire bibi mo ka bibi a kire de bia na me ka wa na yes ye man ni ye na at least no ye paying for ni ade ni em put measures bi na ye ho nto ye na it looks like the way omo ye no entwa ye as omo ye ye ba omo krom to omo mu ye omo ye de omo pe nti lawyer how dey to aso.
Yeah, thank you. I think we just have to put our house in order or our homes in order so that for holiday, not because we are coming to seek greener pastures. Anyway, now another thing, Namika said the Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Bill 2024 to 2025. 6 February 2025. Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Bill 2024-2025. Let me just mention two things here. So, paragraph 5. 1. It says immigration offenses. Existing criminal offenses of illegal entry and facilitation. The following existing criminal offenses of illegal entry and assisting unlawful entry, provided for in the Immigration Act of 1971, thereafter referred to as the AI 1971, are relevant to clauses 13 to 26. 1. And a bullet point 1. Offenses of an illegal entry or arrival in the UK, provided for in section 24A1, B1, D1, E1. They each carry a maximum penalty of to 4 years imprisonment, 5 years for an offense under subsection 1A. But let me explain. Sa owo krom ha illegal entry. Sa ofa ekwanbone so na ubaye illegal entry. It is a criminal offense. And if you are caught and the Home Office prosecutes you, you go to court, you can have a sentence of up to 4 years in prison. In fact, up to 5, carry a civil penalty of up to 4 years imprisonment. So coming to the UK illegally is a criminal offense. And you can be imprisoned for up to 4 years. Entering the UK illegally is a criminal offense, and you can be sentenced to up to 4 years. Normally, Home Office and court to prosecute them for illegal entry. A year detention and then they remove you. But in the rules, it is a criminal offense. It is a criminal offense to enter the UK illegally. So offenses of illegal entry or arriving in the UK, hereafter referred to as illegal entry offenses, provided for in section 24A1, B1, D1, E1, they each carry a maximum penalty of up to 4 years imprisonment. Okay, 5 years of an offense under subsection A, entry in breach of deportation order. And you are deported. Now, back to the UK. When you haven't applied for that deportation order to be removed, and you come back to the UK and you are caught, 5 years in prison. That is the UK law. But they don't implement it. But medi tuja, so that we are all aware, say, the law is what it is. An offense of assisting unlawful immigration. An offense of assisting unlawful immigration, provided for in section 25. The offense is committed if a person does an act inside or outside the UK which facilitates a breach or attempted breach of immigration law. It requires the person to know or have a reasonable cause to believe that the act facilitates the breach. The maximum penalty for the offense is life imprisonment. And to small boats ni airba, boats ni airba, facilitate bano. And now for airba through other means by, let's say, stowaway and etc. That can attract life imprisonment. So that is something we should also be aware of. A separate offense of knowingly facilitating the arrival or attempted arrival of an asylum seeker. The maximum penalty is life imprisonment. So let us be aware of these rules. Ignorance of the rule of the law is not an excuse. So please, let's all know what the rules are. So Enedia is about the changes that are coming, the new bills that are coming out, and what the effects can be on all of us, so that if you have to seek advice, please seek it, and you have to regularize your stay. If you need to go back home, go home rather than to be in prison here forever. So that will be my advice. Now, OSHA clause 13 to 15, supplying or handling articles for use in immigration crime. That is also something altogether. So statutory defense is all there. Then, of course, we also have consideration of ECHR, Human Rights Act is all there. Adequacy of safeguards, endangerment offense, endangering another driving, crossing the borders over the sea, the drivers in vans, etc. All these are there. So, possession or supply of certain items for use in serious crime. These are all part of the new immigration bill. Now, on the Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Bill 2024-2025. Repeal of previous asylum immigration legislation. So it's all there. So, DJ, it is it's not going to be much easier. It's not going to be easier. They are not going to make it easy, but it is good. Say at least we know what is coming. This is the bill that I just printed, and we need to go through it carefully and see what is coming. It's dated 6th of February 2025, which is Enra Nkwana. That is it. This is the bill that I printed. Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Bill 2024-2025. This is it. You can go read it yourself, and I'll pick some relevant areas next week. I'll talk about it. But long and short, Nisa, let's all advise ourselves. Seek advice. Seek advice. Now you can regularize your stay. There are some areas to me and family life. Sir, who ba ewo krom ha ana se who DJ who ba ewo krom ha.
Yeah, obviously challenges be now.
Mame, 1 minute, please.
Okay, so share me lawyer wisdom aka wise man solicitors na obi bisa say the number the number on that screen so no obetimi save and screenshot it to I am number the wise man solicitors every Friday be me no ha say yeah the update from UK ebremo say na ya me the updates from US ebremo me ne lawyer Abba yes also na me the Canada ebremo enche Canada de me ne Stephen Audi IAB, but me the lawyer can Ghana lawyer no Canada no kwesi ono so me ne be bana ya starting the updates via Brem from Canada. Nti o share SVTV Africa make sure so be subscribe send be videos be share be yeah high educate ye be more information. Ah enye say ye cause fear bia panic. Ye kyerɛw de o na so aboaboa ho. So wa kwentuma ana wotu kwan ana afi na wotu kwan you know nti lawyer the minister starting in years ade we nyende but ma mo update bi me the full details be bremo sa update we me the bremo exclusive e wa hase update ni say yeah unim say from Mexico no US for no e close border ni ade but o ma biemu ama Congolese for no Congo for no ti Congo for no bebre ewrem per de me nya information me nya ene me de me nipa na wo Mexico ni be kasa or say Congo for no ewrem the reason is that we say Congo for no DRC Congo na we Congo for no ntokwa wo mukrum nti omo de ye be mo ewrem ba wo ye Ghana ni ntokwa bia ni ukrum ye ma ewrem so according to guy ni the oka kire me no say omo allow Congo DR Congo for no Congo for no murem according to the guy in the ba me dey update be bremo on this Congo for murem from Mexico omo ho aye mo murem or US although you see a close border and I'll find out more info from there many abrant any kasa and then no catch me say border ne dey aye tare but Congo for no and aye mo murem nti o kan na me say so mo mukro mo no ntokwa bi sisi wo honti bia enu nti na yema mo chance ma omurem no yentu aso lawyer ba lawyer yentu aso
That's it, Minuya. That's it. Yo, auntie, now me can say immigration control is not going to be easier, but it's up to you and me. Say, overcome come in genuinely with the right documentations. Uba, wo krata, wait me aye juma, problem be anyhow. But would you visit visa, but now become one? It will take some time to regularize stay. Now, me now may cancel say, Obian to me can't say, men worry. Obian to me can't say, men uba. And now so what say, so worry. And now so uba. Wait me for Ubana so Banu was sitting now. Wait me for Ubana so Edenya was sitting now. Oh, Kroma. Say, or you're British citizen. And now so what worry. Now so we're in here, British. And now we're indefinite. And also, we didn't know where to me file amount. But so what's it now? We crack and now who worry will be only bar. Just say Ukofia, what me application no wasaba. Almost immediately. Won't come train for 1 year. Uko no wasaba. Bibia Eda Bibia SSA Dana Ubako no wasaba. And see what ba Bibinti one co. Not genuinely, there's a genuine relationship. You are in love. You get married. Na person ubet na ha bra. Ubet me ako. Ni ay application amount. No was sign aba. You better make sure say we take all the boxes. Everything is in order. Ansana wako. Ukwa edi tum. Bibia ko ya was sign aba UK to join your partner. So na me can say. I'm ready anyway. Just so been to me worry. Ubet me worry. But just ensure say it is a genuine relationship. Say, or ba, I will find out by your abanoma, wait me for woyre, and I will come and no abanoma so, and ya sit na. And now, say, I will free anymore, could be anymore, and yet, as all coffee, now call your application no one say about. You bet me actually application that are simple, but ukwa near submit it, no one sign about without any difficulty. So let us consider the right ways of doing things so that we don't get ourselves in a lot of difficult situations. Of course, the Home Office proposes to increase the application fees. Application fees are going to go up every day or every year. Let me say every year, not every day, but every year in April, Omudi increments EBA. And the Home Office is saying they want to raise 111 million in additional funds. So immigration and nationality fee is going to go up, and the financial requirement will also be reviewed in June 2025. Set 29,000 should be there, and now they should take it to higher or they should lower it. We don't know. Yevenya the reports in June 2025. So that is where we stand today. DJ, if there are any questions, I will be happy to take it. Today is mostly updates. Then if there are any questions,
I think some boss, but no be bisa legal way. It's me the room near there, but I think some boss are man so that.
Yes, my main boss to be on one. Open so legally.
There's only two screens, so the only question now. So we be to what are the legal ways? But that's the question with me.
Okay. The legal ways are remember one. Uber as a student. So Uber as a student at pay school. When you're school now, what your school fees, with tuition for your deposit, or more cash. When you're cash now, why your application? Would you call home office? Yedi visa nama waba krumha. Ubanswa ko school no. One co school na university no be ma home office for aswa ti se sani pay obaye no. One ba school. Ometwa wo visa no mo. No waba ye illegal. We are illegal and no problems are ye kika. Uba ko school no. Uwe school na ye be application. No one ya 2 years with the na krumha as a graduate. Would it be me a juma 2 years? Would it be a juma o kroma? During that 2 years, people's circumstances do change. Things do happen. If you are now university in Ukraine, things do happen. And now 2 years now we juma things do happen. And now our baby things do happen. And now when your sponsor be this IT and a hospitality industry or medical equipment manufacturing industry will be among the sponsorship license, and then you can switch. But you have to come in legally as a student. And year 1, 2, charity workers. What me about as a charity worker? A legal way of coming to the UK. What we do, Hano? Again, circumstances do change. Again, again, you can also always switch to that route. That is genuine legal way. Another option, and it's Uber as a minister of religion. Maybe we also full. Sorry, be or say Obra, not any young every juma. A basa, why a minister of religion? Uber abe juma without any problems. Where you juma. When you are kept here, time is one or renew visa 5 years indefinite when you're sitting now. And now Uber with health and care sponsorship, but a genuine employer. Your employer now, what do you do here? You know, over say a genuine one. You can try the NHS. Get in contact with maybe an agency that can employ you through the NHS or NHS Direct. Uber to me, Abba. With that, set away juma without any difficulty. It's the genuine way of entry. We a teacher. We need school be a kasa. I'm here math teacher, and I'm here English teacher, and I'm here some other subject area teacher. I'm a sponsorship. I'm a sponsorship certificate of sponsorship. No, waba you are teaching. We need problem in this country. So those are some of the ways. And now we shout off now saying Ghana for young men and young ladies go to Ghana a lot during holidays, summer, of course. From there, relationship starts. You build it genuinely. It has to be a genuine and subsistent relationship. Once the relationship has been developed over time, there's sufficient evidence. Wait me worry now what application about UK as a spouse of a person who is present and settled in the UK. That is also another genuine way to come. And now, Papa, you need or pursue your application amount. Of course, or wait me application amount. It's a genuine way of coming. Mommy, British, and now or indefinite. We are under 18. Or wait me application amount. Here is a legitimate way of coming to the UK without breaching the rules. So these are some of the options without Uber you don't have problems with the immigration. And yes, Sanaudi connection, neighbor you know but do then not adani and some people. Yes. Kwejo Japan, hello. Please, when can I get my passport back after being granted leave to remain? Oh, this is a very good question. Now, sometimes, now home office almost delay clients be ready asitna ediama passport now mo so I done it so some case workers quickly dispatch it within a matter of 20 days. It means so just request it. You're requesting the private brave for day, and I believe normally we are within 20 days, 20 working days. Now, but a month that your lawyer can repeat it. We do repeat the request now omode aba. But there are occasions where, please take note, there are occasions where the caseworker may return the passport to your address, your home address. Sometimes they take it to your home address rather than to your lawyer. And to please keep checking and tracking your email, your home address, your post to be sure someone found the two post more. Sometimes they send it to your lawyer. For us, on most occasions, only brain recently, requesting for obedience and almost only so he has to go and check it whether a neighbor has picked it or it's lying in the letterbox somewhere. So, but ideally, it should be returned shortly after the decision has been made. Thank you. Yeah. If you come and overstay and live on your own, will you be banned from coming again? No. You would not be banned from coming again. Say waba wankasa what you decide that look, I want to go back home, and you want to come back again, depending on the circumstances or the application type you will not be banned. As long as you have no criminal record here, you haven't used the NHS and you owe a debt and you have not paid, or you have any immigration bill you haven't paid, any immigration fee, maybe you went to court, you've been asked to pay some money, you didn't pay, and then you left, or you haven't done anything which would warrant a ban, you will not be banned from coming back. Once you make an application, every application is dealt with on its own merit. So that application will be assessed, and based on that, a decision will be made, but you will not be banned from coming to the UK. Hello, Dr. Sofori. I thank you. I got a COS in the year 2022. Please, does the increase in salary threshold affect me? No, you got it before the increment, so you would still be under the old rule. That is what happens if you're under a certain rule and the laws changed. You still remain under that rule. It's just like people who came in here with their spouses under the old financial requirement of 18,600, and the rules changed to 29,000. Those who came under the 18,600 are still under the 18,600. But those who came after the rules changed, they have to meet the 29,000 pounds requirement. So you will still be under the rules before the rules changed. Thank you.
Lawyer, my questions baby, but my amount for no mumbisa direct. I feel say a lot of people want to ask you something. So by my small time be the account amount for no course yeah.
15 minutes will be fine.
Course yeah. Iti mo bet me afre lawyer wo number na wo screen so no. Me who say questions be all, but in the meantime me the question to screen so mo bet me afre lawyer wo number na wo screen so no mami activate WhatsApp line on among friend. You can command the radio when you America. Over friend America. We own me and sound. Over friend America own me and sound. You UK. Who problems to be over say lawyer you are no message said number on the screen so yeah me see mun save me number way anytime maybe a phone line on over so free be an hour free into number on the screen so no save it but lawyer my main question me to answer na ya pick calls because she's in the door so ba I don't know it must so shout out to
Thank you.
okay lawyer would answer we call be bana
Chum Setra. Hello, Papa Setra. It's saying, I hope you all will well. Thank you. I kindly need your counsel. I'm on a skilled worker visa. My partner is currently pregnant with another man. I'm the main applicant. Can I extend my stay without? Yes, you can extend your stay without. If you are the main applicant, you don't have a problem. So she is pregnant with somebody else. If she is still married to you before she gives birth, then you are the father of that child. Under Section 50, subsection 1A of the British Nationality Act of 1981, it says a child's father is the man to whom the woman is married at the time the child was born. So if you are still married to her and she gives birth today, you are the father of the child. But in the event that she is pregnant with somebody else and you are not happy with it and the relationship breaks down, there is a divorce before she gives birth, then you are not the father of the child. The other man is the father of the child. She can go ahead and apply based on her child if the child's father is a British citizen. You are the main applicant, so you don't have a problem. As long as you're still working with your employer, you can go ahead and apply for your stay without including the woman. Or if you have another switch, you can apply without any difficulties at all. So yes, that is my response. You can apply without her. Mr. Secretary, thank you.
okay hello
Hello, DJ Ngami.
lawyer TY
Okay, lawyer. Good evening.
Hey, my brother, how are you?
Thanks for the opportunity. Okay, I
Thank
am
you too.
on a skilled worker visa, right?
Right.
And per the rules, I think apart from the job that you're doing, that you have the COS for, you only have like the opportunity to work 20 hours of a second job.
Yes.
I want to know. Let's say that I have some social media handles. I also have a shop, an online shop, and all that. How do I navigate that? Because currently I have a UTR, and so I do self-assessment. Because I was on a graduate visa, so I was doing self-assessment because I had a job outside my PAYE job. So I had to do self-assessment and declare the monies that I take from the other job that I'm paid directly. So now that I've moved from the graduate visa to the skilled worker visa. And I have a shop, I have an online shop, I have a social media handle. How do I navigate that? Am I breaking the rules or, I don't know.
It's possible.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Lawyer, what's your name?
okay.
Okay, over to you.
You know, the 20 hours that you could do should have been in a similar category of your main employment. The 20 hours that you should do should be in a similar category with your employment, the main employment. So if you're doing something in a similar line, then I don't think you have a problem. But if it is entirely different, then that is an area we have to actually look at very carefully. I would prefer that in a situation like this, if we sat down and I take note of exactly what you do, if it is still in line with the health and care work, what kind of services are you providing? Is it relating to health and care services? Are you supplying medical facilities, etc., etc.? Is it related to the kind of COS you have and sort of thing? Then that can be linked. But if it is like you said online shop, is it selling African food and stuff like that? Then that is quite different from the role you are playing or the main employment. I think that you have to look at it very, very carefully. But of course, you can follow it up with a call later, and then we discuss how best to go about this. I can also, I mean, when we talk, I'll see how best we can discuss this. Yeah? But ideally, it should be in line with your main job as well.
Okay, next caller.
Okay, DJ.
Lawyer to you.
Lawyer, what do me ma obi bia adwo. Jiso bia ho ye. What do me ye late kakra na de me man hwe mo ntem, but me hu topic. Na me say sisia no me de esahwe ne bae. Eno asa ana manu maduro. Na manu maduro no wie no. Be say me ware. Oba ne ye EU. But na che anam say me bisa say ono so na dwuma asem no sika no nduru say sika no na mbisa say betimi akoso aware ama aboa me ana.
Okay.
That's
That's it.
Okay. Yo, or the instruction about no asa na one no edro and also edaso ewom na wo show ba oye yuni but to me aware and now my mem started from the yuni side from the 31st of December 2020 and a UK fee yuni and to sawusha obi okra EU passport mpoa na uware na ye the UK mra and a edit application and ye EU mra and edit before emra ne besesa no wushia EU ni na uware na who was it no who has it now and found over to me aware na wanya ukrata wa but emra ne sesa ye no so wushia EU ni mpo na woni na aware a as a set one was it now. In this case, one year sit 90. What me worry, but won't me application or just say ye no or ba ani bano a year under 18. Now we know abe abofrano step father. And this and yes, some worry we are just a ukofi no application no and sign our sign. And no any the situation. Asylum now why you know. I know say want to me enkofi because wosi usoro bibi a wosoro no ntina woko wodwane abeto awom no se wosan ko bibi a wosi wosoro bibi na ene kyeresa saw na wo claim no ene na enya salampa ene nti wahye obi na obeware ne mpo a se owo ba ne bani under 18 we yiyu ne what na ha che abofra no wo ha otini mame ene wo nkyɛn a mo ware a wobetumi afa wo yire no ene wa ba no man so e dey application oni ba ene gisa wo kofi ansana wasan aba medase oni ba
okay Pacho caller etio
Lawyer Pacho, good evening.
Pacho low TV who show TV so I'm muting when I have my feedback. Low volume no. Yeah, low volume no.
Me Pacho you. Pacho fe de.
Etio.
Yo me Pacho numero de boko. Me Pacho me de student visa ne buy. Na ye bedru ye no me pakro no wa anko school no. Enti me ye senka me ya aware ni be bat. Enam so wa anko school nti twa ye ni monte. Nti me 5 full senka sene be ya metumi anya nkrata but unfortunately no essay ema me kopie ni kasi ni nyina ntumi ama na enyi ni kakra nti ni nyina ntumi ama nti ama me kopie ni ma wo mo ye me surgery di aka no nti nanse amoho na no se menya NHS letters ababat na omo efrem na menya mensenya nka letter no nti na omo private numbers efrem but private numbers no and na me
Oh, sorry, I drop it. Obet me a back, view. I'm in for back. Sorry. I'm in for back. Aye. Hello.
DJ.
Oh, and the wrong person, my friend. Sister, no, Cassandra, Cathy, no, bet me a friend back. Why is that? Like with the back, one more Jackie said, the Ubenya, you not check. Hello. Hello.
Hello, DJ. Good evening.
The lawyer to you. Now, sister, now friend, Cathy, no, bet me a friend back with you. Why?
Okay. Lawyer Patrick, good evening. Me Pacho, me Kwame. I think that may type me issue, you know, because of the typing spacing, you know, I was limited. There were some details I left out. But as a meeting me at Kaka.
Yes, why not?
Causeway.
Okay. Like I said, I'm an applicant, you know. I'm on a skilled worker visa. The person she's pregnant with, you know, is on a 5-year course visa, or not a dependent. At the moment, you know, I'm wondering if extension number, and I do not want to sign for a Semi, but like you said, since I'm still married to her, no, I'm considered to be the father.
That's correct.
If I should get a switch, says here, now I don't put her on it. Is there any other way around it, or I have to still sign for Abofra Semi? Because there be stories of people you sign for and later on the problem becomes like unbearable. The impartial, is there any way around it? Say, be meeting me not to sign as semi father, or since I'm going to say I'm automatically the dad, no, I have to bear it.
Well, yes.
Okay, over to you, lawyer.
Yes. Sir, sign for the anime take Sir Brofonase. And me answer send me take statement now. Section 50, 9A, British Nationality Act 1981 says, as long as she's married to you, you are the father of the child. And dear, as long as you're the father of the child, as I say, we are near, as I say, we are. So we didn't enter, you are the father of the child. And so when you switch, now person switch here, you have to switch with your wife and your child, because the rules say you are the father of the child. Say, what's it when in you say on you before Fraconim, and you don't want to claim paternity biologically? Now, say, or before frauding echo that of Franisua. And dear, I don't see how you can argue that Obani knew before Fraco now so me that so accepted. It's possible, but I don't know how the Home Office is going to accept that argument. That will be quite lame. It's going to be a bit of a lame argument, because the Home Office want to be sure that it's a genuine relationship. And as long as Obama Fufrubi eting that abofanisono, that is going to be the difficulty. Of course, so we'll say one year abofrey, now say near Obano ne no akowono, biological father no echi abofrey. In that case, se papa no so a skilled worker, ono so bet me application na money bano. Na ne ba no so anya ne pa no ewo no, as long as they can meet all the requirements on so betimi anya oya ma ne ba no. Na in other words, ma me no ebe shifty akọ ne ba ne de no so, rather than say obewo odi no so it's quite a complex bits and pieces here and there, and it has to be arranged very well, very, very well, because of the mixture of paternity, the legal paternity, the biological paternity. We need to make sure all these ones are in proper place. Okay.
Okay. So yes, sister now okasa na ekati and waba back. Enti about low TV no I low we no. Lawyer you.
Me pacho yo lawyer me pacho nti den America ne say omo egu so frame me Almost first time no more frame na me peke no. Almost bisa me say me was it na me say me nkrata na ewu. But minim say bills no more dey bre me. But
Exactly.
no almost say almost let me be no person much say me won enema NHS nature say just a wutwa won enema ba say wo enema dey a wuntwa bills ba say woni enema dey wo say e ka no wutua. But almost frame me hu na say ma me nka chom because me dey nka ka chom say me enema na say me try say be a.
Hi.
Okay, I think I understand. DJ
Mitiasia.
And say, who was sitting at Cromana or any idea or more invoice could share this or that in most cases. But in the case I was sitting on one Kasawaka John said was sitting on a woman. Of course, we need evidence be out each other say who was sitting. The next thing I'm buying is some more invoice. Some more invoice of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever amount of amount. So unisika, unisika ubetia. Because when you now for your application be in future, it will affect you. But so unisika ubetia, anyone mama into payment terms agreement. So look, mama invoice of £1,500. My J to metia, but me £1,500 nina. Met me actually £150 a month and not £200 a month. The NHS will be more than happy to accept it. So come to some agreements with them if and when the invoice comes. If you ignore it and you're making an application in future, that can be used against you. So please just wait for the invoice, and once it comes, call them, make arrangement with them, start paying, and you should be fine in your subsequent application. Okay?
Okay, open yet you. Lawyer you.
You me pacho me situation na aware na me de buy na nipa na menene ye no want na ha say to no ye EU ni nti okọ ni krum na me benya yire ama menene wa well niema so de onye me yire nti menene wo baba hako Drew say me ba kwa we me go apply for settlement. I can't some few months. Na maybe say me switch to Obana me no wa say na because on so ye EU ni sa on the or was sitting na ha. And now say me switch to me ban the so na me switch to and also a be possible say me apply for settlement na mo de be ma me ana because me drew 5 years no that time as in October.
Okay. And to all you
many technical problem you are, but me can't tell you. I'm just trying to manage the info. I mean, too, Casano. But me manage, yes, we managing na. Me share lips, and I'm managing. Managing. So whatever you are saying, I need to maybe have to watch you with a phone. When you have some small problem, but me can't say sorry, baby, you do your point. Yes, me Janisa. So I say me tell you, I have to monitor with my phone, and it's a bit me delay. So into my ID, no. I mean, the whole can I problem, but so I'm pick course in the man. And so we say because course in the bija, and I feel says Sadia. Nyami adomina next week about in Jeff, be a phone line and
exactly.
say for a bar, be a phone line and no problems. I will be an no aka, and then the be for yeah in fact topic be amba. Inti, if you say be somewhere last year na
couple of weeks ago,
yes, nyame adoma next week me ne lawyer beba ye ba o problem bi a wo de obi say ya che okra na opesa o kan because ha me umbo din obi a onya bi a me do no ma obi frɛ na bisa lawyer de opesa wo ye until next week e be bisa sa ma me pick we hello
Obi
hello
bisa question be
Hello.
lawyer tio ma me last caller lawyer last caller na me ba gon kan
Hello.
Lawyer tio why lawyer tio
Okay, DJ Yam Pacham da say. Lawyer me pacho me complete school last year September. Na me yere na buy me yere ba March mu on so. Yeah, it's a postgraduate work permit no for 2 years no. The person was there after 2 years no. But the requirements be found like even 2 years, even 5 years now count for ILR no. That's real.
So
Maybe sir.
Okay.
That's the point.
thank you. Right, sir. Who 2 years postgraduate in this the best time for you in this men trying time to encoso. This is the time for you to be very intentional in look for a sponsorship. And this over sponsor be a bet me a switching one. I bet me a IT, I bet me a hospitality industry, I bet me a accounting industry, I bet me a teaching, I bet me a construction. If you can get a sponsor in these areas, I bet me a health and care. If you can get a genuine, I'm using the word genuine employer, and yet be a chinanko na story not sisano, Davey. If you can get a genuine employer, then you can switch to that route. That is the best I can say in this case. Skilled worker route. Of course, IT. If you're we or software, I bet me a minister of religion. I bet me a hospitality industry, hotels if they have sponsorship license, teaching, construction, accounting, and all other sectors where you can get a sponsorship from, get it and move on. Of course, you are married, so you and your wife, if you get a sponsorship, you migrate with her. If she gets it, she moves on with you. So that is what you have to do. Thank you. Will be a bizarre question. The gentleman answered a question before this last one. Or besides, so what do you need a worry? And of course, on you before Francois, Abufrani Mamen so ewa sitna. Or person on say on sweet on 5 years no so any indefinite no ana on switch ko Abufrani dia no so ana ne mame dia no so. Ne mame Abufrani mame dia Abufrani mame no won worry no. And just say wa worry and na wa kofa uyire echi any obi foforo akọ. Sir, uyire na oye yi ne no sir only evidence ana only evidence just say uyire na tena kroma for 5 years and your time no so untimi nya indefinite but evidence I just said uyire no atena kroma ha for 5 years our ne settlement and sana abia okoni krom ekoba. In that case, set time so in August or whatever time it is, you can apply and get your indefinite leave to remain. But you need to provide the evidence that your wife has lived and resided and worked probably in the UK for 5 years. So you can add her pay slips, bank statement, P60s for 5 years. That would help you to get your indefinite leave to remain. The other one is Sir Oswich Eko Ubani Dianisua. Because Ubani are British Ninti, you will have to do 2.5 and 2.5, which is 5 years before you get your indefinite. Niawaya under the year will not be part of you switching to your child. Or if you decide to switch to your child's mother, if you want to marry her, you have to be divorced before you can marry another person. And again, that's going to be 2.5 and 2.5, a total of 5 years before you can get your indefinite leave to remain. So even though you have a child outside your marriage, as long as you can prove what's not for 5 years continuously, there is evidence to that effect. Wakoni Krum less than a year or so, because she's already got her settled status, and now Okoba, and you can provide the evidence, then your best bet is to go for your indefinite leave to remain based on your wife, who is the EU national. DJ, I think I have responded to the questions and we will put a full stop here. Nyame Adom next week, we'll take questions and I think it will be of help to somebody. DJ.
Okay, Yamfa last call away. Yamfa last call away. Yami Adoma Sana Misika and to share subscribe to your channel. Now click Adoma so nanya notification bell. The video to notification should be Yami Adoma Friday next week Friday. Mene lawyer beba say and only have picky phone calls on kwa. Mo ayenti Yamfa mo komu say course no ba neba. Enti Yami Adoma next week Friday lawyer ba. bisa lawyer, ask lawyer, any questions, phone calls and no comment section. Calls, friend na bisa no questions. Lawyer so there on per connection, who bisa no connection. Oh, intimi oh you one because a lawyer. Hello, lawyer, last caller, lawyer too. Kasa Otio.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Kasa Otio.
Kasanti.
Otio. Ana Otio TV so ana dey be delay o. Do so Otio TV so mute volume na kasa o phone so. Why?
Okay, Martin, that's it. Hello, lawyer.
Otio koso.
Lawyer, good evening. Oh.
Evening.
I'm a patrol. Yes, yeah, this me the COS ni bi na buy.
Okay.
But you bedru you know. Under na lawyer a program business e munyi na address ni na fa akona. E drew se mo kwa akoye indefinite na e be cause problem amamo. Na me frɛ girl no London na me work Chester. Na me ka kire ni say na lawyer aka mama tinti no oma yemi no nyina ye nhyado na ya address no enkoda fa akon. But say man no ka ne kire say o pa so no kura fa me machi no ne be ma okwa akware nti oba no pa so shift e de ko ni kunu ne de so no na ye main applicant no. But divorce certificate ni so wo me ho. Kida me bisa lawyer say obetimi afiri machi akoye sa ade na ebe hold on ana.
Just a marriage certificate no and a divorce certificate no.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, lawyer. Where we?
Bajoane.
Okay, enti lawyer also we na no na sign out. Who's the lawyer dem mente o kasa nti. The baby and the best sign out anti na no na bobo office location ne we bia na yen sign out.
Martin. Well, some marriage certificate no wo ho. And yeah, ansana obetime divorce no when here a certified copy of the marriage certificate. This original no hompo, that's or no a certified copy. Still no obetime the divorce. But as a set amount notice, and some will say if you want to mean for which and quiet or require wouldn't the says here you can challenge that divorce. So ideally, so I see or Jawa as a set almost survey say you have been your wife is divorcing you, either somebody prefer email mama. And now they can even send you text messages. The court can send that to you, but mostly it's through your email. Whether you respond or not, as long as it comes into your email and it's verified that it's been delivered, the court can go ahead with the divorce. But of course, if she knows your address, she knows your telephone number, the full name, of course, your date of birth, and all the other relevant things, she has to let the court serve you. And then once the divorce is over, she can move on. You also move on. This address matter there is a whole issue. Try and solve it as best as you can. But if not, then of course, you have to do what you have to do. And of course, move on with your life. Thank you, DJ. MSA. Wise Smart Solicitors. Wise Smart Solicitors, number 18 to 22 Ashwin Street. 8 to 9 The Print House, Dalston, London. Telephone numbers are 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. Mobile number is 079 31 411 042. 079 31 411 042. If you call and we don't pick it, just keep calling. You will get us. Particularly call on the mobile office number, which is 0208 0165 384. If you need to book appointment, come and let's talk. Come and let's talk. And then we advise you.
Don't worry.
Okay. So this is the law, this is the rule, these are the facts, and these are the things we put together to get an application done and done properly. In fact, any changes that come, I'm going to take time and go to this immigration bill again. The Border Security, Asylum and Immigration Bill 2024-2025. I'll go through it. I won't be a FIA. I'll put it out there for us all to know. It is best. So, but me with the right documentations, was some abejo. But the connection would be do heavy. Nothing. It's a lot of headache. It's a lot of headache. And the DJ, my advice is if we can, and our hampo, Nanyama say, na we shall do for people person call your application sabra. I don't see an option rather than to be here and be having issues. So and then it be see her. Your Dawson Junction, your Dawson Market, you are behind the McDonald's. On this number, we will direct you. Come in and we have a chat and give you the best possible advice. And I must say, so yes, one ma, that's a neighbor saying, DJ Akbe, Mauna Yao, Begbeha, Migawe, Unyo, Alaba, na Maudi, next week, Nyagava. Can you more small next week, Wababa? Advice to you, okay, fair, Bahanya, or Makanine, Sanjini, fair, near me, near Sanuale, Mahani, Nyele. The questions, fair, near your own, Yabanya B, the Mahanya, Heto. DJ, Maune job where onlo.
Nice one, lawyer wisdom account numbers no abo number na screen so no send esika no nyame aduma next week ye ba eno de muntie o ye mbisa questions ye ba eno no mo na mo bisa the question phone in me the phone number ne beto mun save sa me number we wo screen so no SVTV Africa number mun save who problem be who could be more how question person we a free consultation but oba no why meditate ya free consultation won't you normally when say booking for oba no why meditate no be so abanti menim say sa dan there no man no so be spa be hot oba so throw questions enyama wo fem no george to ba pa na uko no be so aba nti anyoma nyame adoma next week Friday many lawyer wisdom akao everybody a phone in segment. Madam, I some share SVTV Africa. I'm subscribing to your channel. So na be say, and I person oba me show no so be so am number or story be person share. Obeti me WhatsApp me send me voice note. So person oba me show no so be. Me had my platform ni obi adi nkomo. From Ghana, we to countries ni nyina ya koso ni obi adi nkomo. See omo experience, the omo fame, the omo sua, the omo ye I mean in life bibia be esua de wa madam ansamo hwe madam production team ase madam amo mode we nyina ba na ase mo amo hwe nyina madam ase say ntimi answer some of my questions anyame aduma next week no wankasa we bisa no one on one and me ma on type o free na we bisa no why madam ase nti na wa join in terms na be ya enko ba say oh ya pick obi enti pick o join ya o hwe ntema from 5:30 to 7 nti madam ansamo share mo subscribe to your channel mo share videos no webo ha de esua de wa madam ase share mo kroma ka se tu meje su tutu if you look sharp when they be American no don't play dull, look sharp makram.
This Airbnb in Dansoman Estates, Accra, is only $40 a day and offers all the amenities for a comfortable stay. It is also conveniently located 30 minutes away from the airport. We also have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments for long-term rental at Ingleshi, Amamprum, 15 minutes to the Wedge booth and the West Hills Mall going for 1,500 and 1,000 Ghana cedis only. Call Parry Group on 053-866-3532, 053-866-3532. This is Parry Group of Companies.
She has a plan, a secret mission filled by gratitude and affection. She chooses her mother's favorite breakfast, Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a harmonious blend of flavors crafted with care and devotion. The taste of tradition and comfort. In that moment, their connection deepens. a bond strengthened by a shared experience. Delight Foods House of Cocoa, a delicious breakfast made with care and love in just 2 minutes.